Okay, good morning, everybody. Good
Good
morning,
morning,
everybody.
sir.
All right. Please confirm one more time if you can still see my screen.
Fundamental
Yes,
selling
yes, we
skills
do.
for microfinance professionals. Yes.
Good. Fundamental selling skills for microfinance professional. This morning we're not just talking about selling. Selling is different from selling. And I'm going to give you just a snippet. In our families, we sell. My children personally, they sell to me. How do they sell? They sell with emotions majority of the time. The time they want sweet, they will always come with this funny face and make you look as if you're the most wicked dad in the world. If you're not giving them what they want, at the end of it, you say, yeah, just take. What they sold was emotion and you bought it. I normally buy it too, because anytime I see them funny face or something, I'm like, oh, what exactly is the problem? Oh, yeah, come, what do you want? I end up giving them. So we're going to be looking at quite a lot of things. Let's keep my story. You all know me. Let's just get to the model one, because like I said, this is model one of this training. So what do you want to do to have a clear understanding of how to sell in microfinance? I'm not going to bore you with all this, but just for you to understand that there are tools to sell, there are information that you can use to sell, and as a professional you must learn to deliver. One of the challenges we presently or currently have is how to sell, and this is because we believe selling is, made for some people, while it's not necessary. That's one aspect. The second aspect is that selling is, some people were born with this set skill, while some just had to nurture it. So in this training methodology, we combine lecture, discussion, group exercise, and illustrations. Okay, you are supposed to gain both practical and theoretical knowledge of the topic, and to put emphasis on the application on selling. Irrespective of the different department that you all have, head of operations, loan officer, accounting, auditing, MD, everybody is selling. That's why you see even the MD bringing some, trying to bring some business in. Okay, so if we eventually do take this topic, which will not end today, these are all the things we'll be making use of. These are all the tools we'll be making use of the slides, stories, videos. We are online. We might not necessarily do the icebreaker and group discussion now. Case study codes. If I say I should give people assignments, now it's another war. But remove giveaway. I'm not giving giveaway until you're able to make me happy. So we're talking of sales strategy. We're looking at, under this session one, we're looking at sales strategy, sales and distribution, adopting strategy, field of strategy. So if I want to sell to you, what alone would make a whole lot of difference? I married my wife. I didn't keep quiet when I wanted to cut her. I made a move. I spoke to her. I let her know that, no, I'm the best thing that would have happened to you in this whole wide world, which I know for women, you would have experienced it, even if the guy is lying or he's saying the truth. But the bottom line is, you must adopt the strategy when you want to sell. When I was with you in Abeokuta, I give you an example how I sell. Basically, I first of all profile you. The next 60 seconds I've seen you, I should be able to profile a whole lot of things. Is your hair? Did you just make your hair? Are you carrying a baby? Do you feel worried? Is your shop? Is it full? Is it empty? Are there needs that you might just require? At the end of it, I narrow all this in, and I make it a basis of the question I'm going to be asking you when when I want to actually pitch you. So we'll look at sales distribution. But before then, do you know you always say this thing? Sales is not my thing, or I can't do marketing. The question is, are we correct about this statement? August 24th, 2009, I joined First Bank Microfinance Bank. And we were 7 that entered the branch. By then, they've not chosen a branch administrator. So it was just 2 options. One out of that 7 is going to be a branch admin, while the remaining, 1 out of the 8 is going to be a branch administrator, while the remaining 7 is going to go outside as marketing. So I was praying, God, let them make me branch admin. Let them make me branch admin. I don't want to do marketing. I don't know marketing. I can't do marketing. I hate marketing. In my mind, lo and behold, I wasn't choosing as the admin officer. I was chosen as a marketer. But do you know, I became the best in the branch. Within 6 months, while I was having 28 million, a guy that was supposed to be my colleague that lives in Bariga itself, while I was on 26 million, he was on 8 million. Because of that, I was made the senior field officer of the branch. I don't even need to go out again. But even as at that, if I go out, I was supervising my own colleagues. Now, what marketing does is that it first of all it gives you opportunity to grow, gives you opportunity to earn more, because I earn more. Even the BA at a stage wanted to now come into marketing, but the opportunity was not there. From time to time, I will always be saying, are you with me? I want to hear everybody on mute and say, yes, we are. That gives me the impression that we are all still together. So are we together?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Mr. Henry, we are here.
Okay. Now the question is, if we say I'm not a salesperson, marketing is not my thing, is this statement true? And if it's not true, what's your impression about sales? Sales is different from marketing, but we use them interchangeably because we are selling service. Are you with me? Market is when you are introducing your product or service to a potential customer. Marketing entails everything that is inherent in it to make it look appealing to the buyer. Sales is when you make an actual exchange of what you are selling. So marketing, sales, they are different, but interchangeably in businesses, we do use them inappropriately. But for the context of our training, just take it as you are trying to sell something. So are we correct if we say, I'm not a marketer, or marketers are for some people? Not everybody is a marketer. What's your opinion about that? Someone should just quickly enlighten me so that we move on. Let me hear somebody's voice. Okay, sales is sales for everybody or for some people? That's my question.
It's for everyone. For everyone.
Everybody. Okay. We are all sales person. Whatever department that you think you are, whatever I think you are doing, first of all, understand that we are all sales person. The earlier you put that, at the back of your mind, the better it will be for you and for the organization. Now, I want to know something. This is a quote. Everybody can sell, but not everybody makes sales. What am I trying to say here? You have marketers in your branch, and not all of them are making the same amount of sales they are making. Why some individuals are making sales more than their counterparts? Branches also is making more sales than some people. This is my own quote. I have more than close to 50 quotes I quoted on sales. Okay? So what you should not be looking for is what makes one person better than the other person. It's all strategies. Okay? Salespersons, are they developed or are they born? We're going to find that out. Now, let me tell you the story. Some of you might have heard it before, but this will help you if I bring it down to our level. Once upon a time, 2 salesmen were sent to sell shoes in a strange town. The first salesman, upon arrival, was shocked to realize that no one wore shoes. Immediately, he sent the manager to his home office. I will return home tomorrow because no one wears shoes here. Second salesman was thrilled by the same realization. Immediately, he messaged the home office saying, please send me more shoes. Everyone here needs them. Guess what? He sold more shoes than he could bargain for. He didn't stop there. He went on to convince them that despite they all had equal right to have a pair of shoes, he could provide shoes that would differentiate the male from the females, casual from work shoes, and the rich design shoes from the casual one. This time around, he sold more than triple of his first sale. Moral, think out of the box. That place you are saying there is no sale. What strategy are you to sell? Are you guys listening to me? That place you said there is no sale. What strategy are you using to sell? The first person went there and said there's no sale. The second person went there and met sales. Now, I'm going to bring this back to the real life practical situation you are having in Credit Crest. All those places you think there is no sale, you need to go back there and re-strategize and remarket and re-PR and just make sure that you re-push whatever it is you are doing to them. See, sales is not rocket science. You have to be strategic about it. Why are we doing sales training? We've given you processes, which we are still building till now. We've given you products, which I can hardly tell you that is one of the best you can think of in the market. As of now, we should not be having a problem. Now we are having a sales problem. So that is why we are focusing on sales this morning. So don't just think that when you profile people, it's all over. You need to go deeper. And you're going deeper entails you trying to understand what kind of thing they will need. Your marketing and sales funnel should have strategic planning process that will impact them. It should not just, your sales should always be increasing. Okay, now, what we're trying to say here is that I don't actually want you to give me the metrics now. What I'm trying to say is if you judge it at a bird's eye length, you'll just see that, oh, we've not really done much for this year because we are not selling. The only way we measure our KPI is when we sell. And the earlier we get that, the earlier we understand that it will be better for all of us. Okay? Now, I want you to note this. Number one, who is your target market and where can they be located? Who do you want to sell to? We said do asset financing. Asset financing, focus on those that are grounding paper, that you know that they will need equipment. Look for those that are into manufacturing that you can buy assets for. I know the phone industry, buy now, pay later has been saturated, but can you just target a particular market that you know you make it big? What's your marketing strategy? And what is your USP? We'll talk about USP. USP means unique selling point. I have my own if I want to sell to you. Even at home, in my house here, if I want something, I don't like arguments. So because I don't want me and my spouse to argue on something, I don't talk much. The only thing I do is I invoke emotional blackmail. As in, I keep quiet, I don't want to eat much, I don't want to talk much, I don't want to, I'll just be on my own. Then the next thing you hear is, what's the matter? Is it because that matter we discuss? Yeah, now let's have it your way. So you must have a strategy. If you don't have a strategy, you can't sell. Okay? Then you need to know how you are going to be successful in your sales career. Like I said, everybody is selling. Now, if there's opportunity in your organization right now, and they said, let's see your performance to know what you did. In your examination, in your assignment that you'll be giving, you want to actually perform well. And that's the only way we can measure your performance. Oh, in your exam that we're giving you, you've been able to do well. What you have done, what you studied well, so that you can make good sales, so that you can progress in your career. Okay? So you need to get basic and adequate information to meet your sales target. I heard that in that market, they are short of equipment. Let me go and meet the market leader and see, though I know the market leader these days can be funny, but it does not mean that all of them can be bad. You need to have a sales strategy. You need to ensure security at the point of sale. Don't sell just because you want to sell. Sell and make sure there are two things. Contract of guarantee, which is adequately for loan. Okay? And you need to understand the tools that you need to succeed. Now, this is my definition of strategy. My own. I didn't pick it from anywhere. Just like I told you, I have close to 50 or more than 50 quotes. I said strategy is an intent developed and put into action in order to create an atmosphere there to achieve a set goal, aim, or objective with input of additional effort by an individual or group of people. Which means you can introduce a strategy that you want to use to work, you want to use to employ, you want to use to deploy. You can come as a group and say, oh, just like you said you had 1 hour, 30 minutes meeting today. Tell me, what are you people discussing? It's part of strategy. How much have you made? Oh, why don't you go back there? He's not paying. No. We need to go back there. We need to gather. We need to go as a group to go for group recovery. So majority of the time you strategize, but are those practical strategy or mere paper syndrome strategy? Because you can talk, when you don't implement, then it becomes useless. So strategy is very, very key. I'm not going to bore you with authors of strategy, the perspective of strategy. This one will take you time. You can go and study it. Michael Porter is proponent on strategy, and we also have others too that propose strategy. So I'm not going to bore you with the theory, the origin, the levels. Now the question is, what is your strategy? If we say, what is your strategy? I want all of you to just sit now and think. Just 1 minute thinking. What are you doing wrong? Because if you think, well, you should be able to say, I'm trying to, what am I trying to say? What am I trying to achieve? Do you want to sell for selling sake, or do you want to touch customers? Do you want to reach customers out? Do you really want to touch their needs? Do you want to give them bonus? Do you want to give them, you want to give them waivers? You want customers, so you need to do everything. You need to get customers. You don't want to touch the interest rate because the interest rate will give you money. Now, what other aspect should you be looking at?
Okay, sir.
Salvation.
Yes, yes, sir.
Read what you have.
A prospect wanted to buy an iPad, but we ended up selling him an Infinix tablet device. At a phone store I worked in before going for NYSC. A prospect came to ask if we sell an iPad. Because I know we don't sell any Apple products, I replied with a no. But my boss was quick to say we do sell iPads. I was confused. As my boss attended to the prospect, I saw him presenting the prospect with Samsung, Techno, and Infinix tablets. I was expecting the prospect to object that the devices aren't iPads, but to my surprise, it didn't. My boss closed the sale by selling an Infinix tablet device. After the sale, my boss sat me down and schooled me
That some prospects erroneously regarded tablet device as iPad. He declared that by instinct, he was there sure that the prospect is one of them. I learned a great lesson that day. Sometimes your prospective will use different names or another brand names to refer to what you sell. For you not to lose such prospects, try and be conversant with the related names people call the product you sell or the services you offer. When employees stop acquiring knowledge, the organization starts losing significance. People don't buy what you sell, they buy what you believe. Now, I'm going to ask you this question. I want to believe you all understand this story, and I want an affirmation to that. Do you understand this story? Everybody. If you don't understand, let me explain it. Good. Now, do you know the total products that you are selling? The whole of your product, do you know them? If you don't even know your product, how do you want to sell? See, we are trying to make this training to be practical this morning. As you can see, all your products should be in your head. If I were you, I would take it in batches. First of all, you have micro loan, you have macro loan, you have SME loan. Put all those ones in group, because when you first of all say we have micro loan, we have other loan, you now went back to be looking for SME, and you are not even sure of what you are selling. You have to be sure of what you are selling. After this training, please go and sit down with all your products, because it starts from there. That's the first strategy. Look at all your products. Make sure they are in your head. I'm not talking to only marketers. I'm not talking to loan officers alone. I'm talking to everybody. Because tomorrow I have an organization where they made a customer service officer go into marketing. After marketing, they dropped her in recovery. Because in recovery, she resigned. For a fact, I'm telling you, practical life. So if you feel I'm in this department, it doesn't end there. The MD can wake up tomorrow and say, oh, you know how to insult customers anytime they come too much. Come and go to marketing and have the impact. This boy that was working for his boss, he didn't really understood the dynamics of what they are selling or how the boss sells, the strategy the boss used to sell. But the boss came and turned the situation around. So please, first of all, know what you are selling. That's number one. Number two, we need to design our product and service that meets and fit the needs of your target market. That is what we're trying to do with all our products. We've studied how the market is. We've said, oh, this is what they are doing, this is what they are doing. You have LAPO there, you have other MSMEs, in your market. And what you should do is compete with products that you know that it will really go round. If you have micro loans and they are not making good sales, then you should have other products that will complement. That's why we call them complementary products. Okay? I won't really say substitute because all of them are, your products are such that you sell them as service and you're supposed to generate income on them. This is one of my quotes. Design products and service that mix and fit the needs of your target market. Are you ready to sell? Now, what is selling? I want to ask this question and I need answers to them. What is the most hardest thing to sell? Question number one. Question number two, what is the most easiest thing to sell? Number three, what is not sellable at all?
Anyway, let me say, there is nothing that is so hard to sell. According to me, there's nothing so hard to sell.
The most easiest thing to sell is money because everything is money. So once they hear that we are advertising much to them, come and collect loan, come and do this, their eyes will open.
Now, when you want to sell, you need to have a strategy. You need to have, a policy that tries to put you through what you are selling. That's why we have what is called a product document. Okay. Now, what we will recommend is in your designing of the product, don't put what will turn customer off. Number one, what turns customer off in what you are selling? What I'm trying to train you on is a generic training slide, but I'll bring it down to when you are selling loans. Do you want to agree with me that the first thing that turns a customer off is your interest rate? True or false? Is that true or is that false?
Yeah, true. Yeah, true.
What other thing turns them off? Just 1 minute. Giving customer a long form to fill gives them so much headache.
Yes, sir.
Delay in disbursement, it turns them off?
Yes, sir.
Do you also
That
know
is
that
the processing of the money.
Let me let this. Take your time. Now let's go to this. The world richest beggar. We have world richest beggar. We have Barry Jane, owns 2 flats, what? 70 lakh in rupees. 70. You don't know how much that is. What Krishna guides every day makes 1,500 to 200 every day. We have Sambaji Kale, one of the richest in the world. He has 2 personal houses, 1 flat in Veria, where he spends his life with family. But the income of Sambaji Kale is 1,000 rupees. 1,000 every day. Then we now have the world richest beggar in US, Ted Williams. Based in which is the most popular in the world richest. Now tell me, what are these beggars? What do they sell? They sell empathy. When you sell and you don't sell empathy with what you are selling, it doesn't make adequate impact on what you're selling. Selling is not just by mere talking. When you sell and there's no empathy in what you are selling, you might sell, it's not that you won't sell. But if beggars can make a whole lot of sales, then what about you that have a product? And your empathy comes with persuasion. In business, persuasion is a process in that changing the person's or group's attitude or behavior towards some events, idea, object. At a stage when my children want something from me, when they've added empathy, it's not there, they bring persuasion. That's where you hear, you said you will buy me, you promised me, you said you love me. Am I not your child again? And you now be hearing things that normally you will be like, who's teaching these kids this thing? So how persuasive are you? And persuasion comes by your written word. Maybe you've written a letter to that person, by your spoken word or your visual tools. Everything I'm trying to do here now is to make sure that the sales techniques sink into all of you right now. That's why if we talk about the topic, I try to relate it to your current situation as a branch. We don't want to be in that average stage where we'll be talking about this. We want to make it big. We want to record, this good revenue. At the end of the year, we should be talking of, profit sharing. Okay. Now, what should you promote when you are selling? You should sell your loan amount. Madam, how much do you want? You can give any amount you want. Sell your board of directors, sell your management team, your turnover period, which is one of the most important things that you should talk about. Talk about your interest rate. If your interest rate is going to pull you down, don't talk about anything that will pull you down. Are you with me? Because as it is now, even if you talk of interest rate, you say your interest rate is high. Even if they reduce it to 3%, 2%, 1%, customers will still complain. Talks about your terms and conditions. Oh, we don't give you wala. Once you just apply now, you don't even need to come to the bank. Or even if you come to the bank, as you are coming to the bank now, we'll attend to you at the tap of a button. Then you need to have your unique selling point. Now, unique selling point is unique to each and every one of you. My strategy might be different from yours. You are entering into a new year. You cannot enter into the new year with the same thing you are doing. No man is expecting a change. No man does the same thing all over again and sees a change. It doesn't happen. It's not rocket science. If you learn, you know. And once you know, you get results. Okay? So these are the things that I will advise you. Make sure that it's way in your head, and you don't need to really waste much time in trying to understand the processes.
I said there should be a sympathy in our market.
There should be sympathy, not sympathy, empathy. There's a difference between sympathy and empathy. Yes, you tried. That's exactly the word I'm looking for. I'm just waiting for somebody to say it. You are not sympathizing with the customer. When you sympathize with the customer, which means you are invoking. When you are empathizing, you are revoking. I will explain both. Okay, let me use this simple word. When somebody is deceased, you say you sympathize with the family deceased because, they might find it tough to survive. You are not sympathizing with the customer this time around. You are selling, so you are the one that is selling the empathy. You want people to be sorry for you. Oh, if I don't sell today, they might, it is not be well for me because my salary depends on this. You can see the reverse. So sympathy and empathy are two things. So when that beggar is selling, they don't sell sympathy, because they are selling sympathy which means they are sorry for you. So they sell empathy for you to be sorry for them.
Empathy, yes, you are right.
No, you did well. At least you still remember the last part of the sympathy and the empathy. Session 3, product knowledge. We're going to look at features and benefits of selling, distribution channel for selling, the antidote for selling. One of my codes says, identify with competitors having similar product or service and build on their errors. How many MFBs do you have, or MFIs do you have in Abeokuta that will make you think that you are the champion there? You need to understand competitors. What is the Lapos? What is the Gomes? What is the First Bank, the Leshigos? What is the ABs? What are the other? What are they doing? Where are they not getting it right that you want to build on? Yes, for this one, you will tell me, that's not my business. My own is for them to give me sales. Let me go and sell. But it's way more than that. You can build on them, bring ideas. So now let's look at the features and benefits of selling. Now we have it segmented in 3 parts: the how, the what, and the why questions of your product. Every product that you sell, product or service, have an augmented part, have an actual part, and have a core part. We're going to look at them one by one. The augmented looks at how the customer perceives the product. The actual looks at what the customer is actually buying. While the core looks at why the customer purchased that product. Have you ever thought of your product having 3 parts? Come back to you say no. But what this implies is that when the customer sees your product from outside, how do they see it? It's too expensive. It's too broad. I don't like the account officer that I'm giving, that have been given to manage me. I don't like their bank, they don't have AC. You know, a lot of things are just part of what you want to say. So they see it in that part too. Do you know people will buy to just because they like Bolanle, or because they like Timothy, or because they like MSC, or because they like Rukewe, or because they like anybody you can just mention here? That's one aspect of it. Second aspect of it is that what is the customer buying? Are they buying value or they are buying liability? If we collect your loan and we pay 5%, is it worth it? Is it worth it for my business? You know, what am I actually buying? Am I buying to be paying basic? Because if the customer is collecting loan to go and pay all that loan, then that's not buying. That's like exchange destitute. The call looks at why does the customer purchase a product? Usually, a customer can buy a product for you because you add empathy and persuasion. Sorry, am I making sense? Is anybody there?
Yes, sir.
So your product, a customer might want to buy your product because he sees value in it, or whatever he's going to buy will solve his problem, or because he likes you. I've seen customers that when I told them that I want to hand over you to a new account officer because I've been turned to a senior freedom master, they told me, just you don't need to come, just be managing, still continue to manage me. So customers will decide to stay with you because it's you. Okay. Now the augmented comprise of additional features. I've explained this. The product and whatever it is you are selling, all should just be well specified to give you a breakdown. What customers want from your product: number 1, security. Number 2, convenience. And number 3, satisfaction. Why do they want security? They want to be sure that whatever it is they are buying is not going to become a problem to them in the future. If you buy electronics, for example, which is part of what you sell. Okay, let me ask this question. Have anybody in time maybe bought solar from you and had to return it back? That no, this is bad. Have we had any of such cases?
Plenty.
Pardon?
Yes, sir. Plenty.
Will it be easy for that customer to go and tell somebody else that come and buy this product again?
Should not that be easy, sir?
Security. So that's what I'm talking about. They want security when they buy something from you. Now, what I expect you people to do is those processes that make them return. What is the mitigating strategy that you people have put in place to make sure that when they buy, they end up don't have problem having to actually fix it or replace them? What is in place? What I want one of the managers that have not spoken. One manager have not spoken here. I want that manager to tell me what process you have when you have such issues. All the branch manager here signify. Let me see. You said?
What did you answer that question?
Yeah, let me see. I'm listening.
All right. In that case, sometimes we collect the products and check if it's something we can solve. We do that and ask the person to pay the damage of the things, then we return it to the person. And if it's something we can return back to the company, then we return it back to the company.
The return is after how many days?
Not immediately. Sometimes we take weeks to return it back.
Is there a warranty? Is there a warranty clause that's been given them when they buy this product?
Yes, sir. There is a warranty on the product. So that was the reason why sometimes we have access to other parties.
And there's no insurance on them, right?
Sir?
There's no insurance on them.
No.
Maybe that's one aspect you people will look at again. Now, people want to buy convenience. They just want to, a lot of your customers don't want to come to your branch. A lot of customers just want to come and be served. That's why majority of them don't come to the bank to pay. If they want to collect, they can come, but when they want to pay, they want convenience. And logically, that's how it should be. So for those of you that are even going to collect money in their hand, I will advise you, learn to make your customer pay through their accounts for convenience. Then customer wants satisfaction. They want to be satisfied that whatever it is they are buying will give them maximum satisfaction. They cannot collect your loan and they don't get interest on whatever it is they are doing with that money. What can stop you from selling? Nothing can stop you from selling. The only thing that can stop you from selling is you. That is why this hand is showing you. What can stop you from selling? Only you can stop yourself from selling, just like only you can stop yourself from developing. Only you can stop yourself from growing in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding if you decide to be moribund. Now, let's look at channels to sell. Your customers can use POS, ATM card, ATMs, cards, mini outlet. They can use that to make their payment. They don't need, you don't need to make the process cumbersome. Okay? What can you do with your customers? You can sell payment services to them. Madam, you want to transfer, come. Let's transfer. You want to pay bills, come. You can sell savings, you can sell loans, you can sell transfers, you can sell insurance. Then build a process. Have resources. Liquidity is one thing I know that you people have, so liquidity is not a problem. Resources are the man-made resources, the staff. The process is what we are putting in place. Okay, so these are channels that we can always think of to make business move. Now, this I want to talk about this. Very, very key. We have antidote to no sales, and there are three. When you make something well, it will sell. When you promote it well, it will sell more. When you make demand, it will sell further. I will explain this. Example of something you make well that will sell is Tesla car, luxurious cars. Because of their design, people want to buy them. Because of their expensiveness, people want to buy them. Because the way they make them is different. These are goods that build reputation. They are brands. They work with brands. They work with prestige. They work with anything that increases somebody's esteem. Right now, every average man can buy a Corolla. But is it everybody that can buy a Toyota Corolla 2026 now? I saw it in the news. Toyota Corolla 2026, and I laughed. Like, these people are just, they are just used to make people's money. As I speak, once they produce that car, you will see people start rushing it, but not everybody. It's because they made it well. Promote it well and it will sell. Now, this one talks to your lending platform. I'll give you a very good example with music. Do you know that when a music comes out, initially, if you hear that music once, you don't like it. After some time, you start shaking it. When you hear that music every time, if they keep playing the music, there's this Two-Face song that just came out. When that song came out, people were like, what kind of song is this? After some time, you see people shaking it. Not for people like me, I will shake it. I don't dance to music of such. But you see them shaking it, and it happens subconsciously to everybody. It is because they are promoting it well. Lending platforms, are you people promoting your own business? Do you know when you check Facebook, if you browse Facebook and you by mistakenly come across all those lending platforms that is lending, if you open one, others will just be popping up. Are you with me? What they want to do is to push it to your head that anytime you need money, you say, hey, in Facebook, this company, you will go back to go and collect. So promotion is key. Then the last one is meet demand and it will sell further. Water, transportation, salt, bread. If you meet demand of good water, I buy a pure water bag for $35 in my area, and the guy that's supposed to be supplying me doesn't supply me, I change him immediately. The person that is supplying, and he will always tell you he doesn't want transfer. The new person I got now, he will collect transfer, they will bring it for me, and me take it inside. He even gave me one extra bag yesterday because I bought 7,000 own. Why? Because he's meeting demand. And if he's not available, I will call him. You see that the principle to call marketing and sales strategy is for you to know where to apply every one of this. We've been doing sales marketing. I want to believe, I know all this will be alien to you because you never know that, sales encompass a lot of these things. But the matter is, if you don't have the desire to learn, you will just be in that position. Let me leave this. And this is a question for you. Is the best product the most best-selling product? My question, client demand, is it the same thing as client need?
No, sir.
Good, explain.
Well, some clients demand for what they actually don't need, thinking they need it at that particular time. But checking and by the time we do thorough how do I say it? Thorough evaluation on their business and their environment, you will discover it's not what they really need. So through words of encouragement and advice, they also get to realize what they need at that particular time.
All right, thank you very much. Now, the truth of the matter is the best product the most best-selling product? No. Your best product, if the interest rate is too expensive, the best product might be giving you the best revenue. But is it the best selling? No. You can sell one product in proof of funds, and it will take you 10 or 20 or 30 or 50 or even 100 retail loans to meet up with the revenue that you'll be getting when you sell one proof of funds. Does that make sense, Timothy? I know you will understand this better. Okay?
In fact, to even give more insight on that, these people selling, that doesn't really have to do with us now, but for people who are in the general market, some of our customers, I learned that they sell some products just to keep our customer foot in their business, such as MTN card. For some of them that sell MTN card, they say there's no profit on it, but the reason why they are selling it is just for customers to keep coming. As they come to buy card, they pick some other thing. So such is the case at times. Some products are just there that it's not that maybe it's giving such profits, but to keep some things in place. So I understand that.
Thank you. Any question?